Hello and welcome to the Circle at Kismet. Today we're going to do a message in a bottle themed reading to find out what energy we are transitioning out of and what's just ahead. This will include a message from the universe contained within the bottle. This is a collective reading and will not be for everyone, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. If you have not partaken in a pick-a-pile reading previously, I would normally suggest how to prepare. But today we're going to do a short meditation which will relax the body, quiet the mind and help the heart pick which option is best for you. So without further ado, you can sit or lie down, but position yourself where you will be comfortable. If you wish to close your eyes, you may. Start by taking a deep breath. As you breathe out, allow your body to relax. With every breath, you feel calmer and more centered. The stresses of life alleviated as we step forward into this most beautiful beach scene. It's a nice summer's day. The sun is warm on your face. The wind carries a cooling breeze across the shoreline, and you can hear the rhythm of the waves as they gush in and trickle out. Your feet feel the comforting support of the warm sand beneath them. The cloudless sky is a brilliant blue, and you feel relaxed and content. As you continue your stroll, you see a glint at the edge of the water. As you approach, led by curiosity, you see a mysterious bottle. Upon closer inspection, the glass bottle is sealed tight with a cork and contains a paper scroll. It's a message in a bottle, a message from the universe for you. You have found what you have come here for. Your heart will remember the bottle. As you begin to walk back along the beach, the sun is beginning to set, and it's now time to return back to the reading. As I count back from 5, you'll begin to leave this beautiful location. 5, 4, slowly wiggling your fingers and toes. 3, 2, stretching your arms, legs and neck. 1, you are back and may open your eyes. So let's take a closer look at the options of the bottles. Option number 1. Option number 2. Option number 3. Option number 4. Option number 5. And option number 6. Timestamps will be down below in your description box, and I'll see you at your reading. If you picked option number 1, here's your reading. For those of you who picked the blue message in a bottle, these are your cards. The first batch of cards are going to represent the current situation, and they are the 2 of air, the 7 of air, the 2 of water, the messenger of air, and the Empress. Your mood recently appears to have been low. This is denoted by a lot of the cards being blue. You have been assessing and reassessing your situation. You may have had to face bouts of gossip, or possibly someone has spoken unkindly about you, or given false details. New situations leave you feeling uneasy, but staying in a situation where you feel out of sorts is depleting at the very least. Now is not the time to turn a blind eye to issues that do not sit well with you. Now is the time to find a new balance and to step out of the shadows as the real you. Someone special may have caught your eye or touched your life, even briefly. You have wanted to get to know this person or to repay the care and kindness that they have shown you. You have had a taster of how things may be, a snapshot of the future in some ways, but circumstances to this point have not been right to bring this into reality. The next few cards are what you need to do in the current situation. So these are guidance cards, and you have flow, blessings, and purity. You may not be a natural risk taker, as you prefer to think things through and make calculated and viable choices. However, in some situations, doing nothing will change little, and sitting in a rut is not moving forward or altering your current state. Rash spontaneity is not for everyone, but you may have reached a stage in some area of your life where it is a win or lose situation, and maybe it is better to know now which it is rather than to invest more time, energy and thought, or leave yourself questioning, is it all worth it? A need to ground yourself and put down firm foundations is required, as only when you feel stability will success start to take shape and positive and productive growth take off and turn into something tangible. If you get a sign from a loved one and recognise it as such, acknowledge it. It could be a smell or something that jogs your memory, possibly a song or something significant to you or them. But thank them. It is to show you are supported and loved from the other side. The next cards are how things will progress. And you have the moon, the wheel of destiny, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. You may feel that you have been kept in the dark about something. Maybe someone has deceived you or not been fully honest. This has tainted the way you view others and your connections. You may even now not be fully aware of this situation, but there is an unforeseen turn of events which will highlight those who have done you wrong and will realign how things should be. There's an opportunity where your skills will be displayed in a very positive light. It may not be something that you would naturally jump at, but you do need to spread your wings and be open to something fresh and new. There's also a kindred spirit who will become prominent in your life, or if they are already around you, your bond will become deeper and your connection will move to a new height as your love grows from strength to strength. The final couple of cards are to just give you a little bit of guidance, and they are win or lose, success and growth, and the base chakra. Be true to who you are. You are a pure spirit and a natural earth angel. You are here to help others and to guide them as they grow. This may have been a lonely path until now, but you are recognised for your resilience and for morphing and moulding to the situations that have been sent to you. The flow is not always easy, but it keeps pressing forward and you have kept pace. Blessings await you now, and you are on the right path. There will be new and exciting projects ahead. And your message is, the first step on a journey is often the hardest, but start you must. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone, which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you picked option number 2, here's your reading. So if you picked the white message in a bottle, these are your cards. We'll get to the message towards the end of the reading. The first selection of cards, though, reflect the current situation. And you have Strength, the Star, the 5 of Water, Justice, and the Hierophant. You feel like you've been up against a situation where you have felt out of your depth. It's taken time to realise that you do have the strength and resources to overcome this, but it has impacted your self-confidence and meant at times you have had to suppress your innermost feelings. Some very important lessons were learnt in this phase, and you may not have come through this with the same mindset that you had previously. Whilst you have reinforced your capabilities to others, you still may carry the trust, hope and loyalty issues that sprang from this situation. If people failed to help in your plight or added to the already difficult situation, rest assured that things will begin to rebalance by karma. There is new free movement of energy, and the wheels are now turning in your favour. The next couple of cards are some advice on what you may need to do. And they are leadership, freedom, embracing, and relaxation. You are being called to take stock of your current situation. Now is a time for recouping your energy via rest and thinking ahead, potentially changing past or outdated plans to realign with how things stand now. If you need to adapt or reconsider, it is wise to go with your head rather than your heart. Now is a time for firm movement rather than dreams and wishes which may lack a tangible, strong outcome. Old friendships and past visions may need to go to allow room for growth and a new love that is heading into the horizon. It may be a soulmate, or, if already settled, it may be a passion or hobby. There could be someone who holds you in high esteem, but this comes in a wave of possibilities and is greeted from you with warm, open arms. For once, you need to live and enjoy the present, as opposed to keeping your thoughts in the past or concerns aimed at the future. The next batch of cards are how things are going to pan out. And you have the High Priestess, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Wands. You have an amazing, abundant energy, but do not always apply it to your goals. You are also good at tuning in with others who do not realise how strong your nurturing side is, or how intuitive you can be. You are being called to honour these skills by way of helping others. It may be being supportive of someone who is struggling. It could be to aid or help a group where you are seen as a skilled, knowledgeable pioneer. It could simply be that you share your experiences, thoughts and concerns to help those in your inner circle. It will help you release what lies deep within and offer you some form of healing and allowing you to process and let go of what was laid so heavily. Showing your wounds and being open to welcome change will be the key to this. There's a strong masculine energy around you. It's someone who will support you. It may help to adopt some of his core traits by standing your ground, being more forthright and seeing obstacles as mere challenges on the path to accomplishment. And then the final 3 cards are just a little bit of guidance, and you have Rest and Reconsider, Rebuild, and Love. There is a potential for you to soar to new heights in what you focus on. After feeling frozen out of life or a spell of self-isolation or backing away from the humdrum of the daily routine, it is now time to rejoin and thrive. The sun is setting on this last phase, and besides the experiences and memories, your mind should be keen to embrace this new start, the dawn of something positive, different, and most importantly, a new era. And the message from your bottle says, a new face in the present will become a close friend in the future. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone, which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you picked option number 3, here's your reading. So if you picked the yellow message in a bottle, these are your cards. We'll get to the message in a bottle towards the end of the reading, but we'll begin with the cards first of all. And the first set of cards are your current situation. And the cards are Ace of Fire, King of Earth, King of Fire, and the 9 of Water. You are currently in or soon to be facing a period of intense action. Not only will you be inundated with opportunities and options, but some will have effects that can alter the course of your life. For some, it may be different paths of study. For others, jobs with very different benefits and rewards. For some, there'll be choices that need to be made and taking over something. It may seem daunting at first, and how to approach this may be a mystery, but it is within your grasp. For a small portion of you, there will be a choice of 2 suitors. Again, very different in comparison to one another, each with positive attributes to keep them in your sights, yet for some reason you're prevented from making a definitive choice. Whilst frivolous flirtation is fun, if you are looking for some commitment or a relationship that will stand the test of time, you will have to dig a little deeper to see what these individuals are like under the surface. The superficial smiles and small talk need to grow into something sturdy, reliable, and most importantly supportive on both sides. The next cards are what you can do in the current situation, and you have Reach Out, Awaiting Results, and Find Balance. Now you have begun to open up to new opportunities, you should continue to see what comes your way and to embrace things that make you happy or that make life more pleasant. Whether you're studying, applying for work, awaiting the results of a pregnancy test, or trying to get a new home, There will be some form of anxious wait where you feel your life is momentarily on hold. Whatever way the result is can put you on a completely different path as to if the result was different. Until you know for sure, planning is futile, as you cannot allow for every possible scenario. But this resting period is equally as important for you to take stock. When you get the result, you will get a firm direction and some clarity in what your next move may be. The next batch of cards are how things should progress. And they are the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Cups. There seems to be a deep-rooted fear of making the wrong decision, so sometimes allowing things to rumble on aimlessly in case putting the brakes on may equally be the wrong decision. Where would you be now if you had followed your dreams? If you just decided what was right for you? You need to rise above any thoughts of what can go wrong and begin to make firm choices. You are brilliant with daydreaming and thinking of what you would dearly love to bring into your life, but sometimes you can lack the determination or what it takes to bring this into being. When you let go of things that no longer serve you, there is space for the new to arrive. One of the things that is ahead is someone who enters your life with crystal clear thinking. They will arrive like a thunderbolt, and everything they do will make you stand up and take notice. Their existence, whatever the purpose, will be impactful and hugely positive on your life. And then the final cards are just to give you a little bit of guidance, and they are Wisdom, Opportunity, Healing Chaos, Inner Peace, and Power. You are a complex soul with great power hidden within you and wisdom beyond your years. You are generally busy and rarely get time to take stock and think too deeply about how situations and people have treated you or made you feel. This is why there will be a time in the not too distant future where you will have an opportunity to do some inner healing. This is something that everyone goes through. It's different for every person. It's a period when life slows down and allows us to process what has gone before clearing that and beginning to start anew. And the bright future ahead of you will give you a lot more to think about on a positive level. And your message is, you cannot avoid what happens in life, but you can control how you react to it. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone, which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you picked option number 4, here's your reading. So if you picked the green message in a bottle, these are your cards. We'll get to the actual message towards the end of the reading, but let's start with the first batch of cards which relate to the current situation. And you have the 4 of Fire, the 8 of Air, the Page of Earth, the 3 of Fire, and the 8 of Earth. You have some kind of decision to make. If not already, it is coming up shortly. You may have been questioning if you can make this change, if it will alter the things that you feel you are blessed with. Understandably, you don't want to make an adjustment to your life and it to fail or fall short of how you would like it to be. So you have thought long and hard about it. For some of you, it will revolve around a young person or people, and for others, it may be a hobby that you feel you would like to turn into a business. Whatever the choices that you're making, trust in your abilities, research what you need to know, and be reassured that the passage you are being shown is a viable option. You just need to clarify if you have the attributes, the willpower, and if the rewards are good enough to require the dedication of time and energy to bring this into fruition. The next batch of cards is some advice on what you could potentially do. And they are release, darkest fears, clarity of belief, and change your focus. You need to be open-minded to new experiences with these cards. There is also a need to open your heart and to listen to what it tells you. Your head, heart and gut instincts work together simultaneously. But with fear and logic in the equation, it merely confuses the issue. If things seem too good to be true, then they usually are. But if something arrives that you can see yourself slotting into comfortably, then maybe it is just for you. Only you know your capabilities, how much time and energy you can invest, and how confident you are to fulfil a post. It's also worth bearing in mind how thinking out of the box and away from the norm can not only be liberating, but also can evolve new ideas, diverse ways of thinking, and can generate momentous results. The next batch of cards are how things will begin to pan out and evolve. And they are the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. The realms of work, making money, status and increasing knowledge are all very well starred for you. You have a tendency that when you start something, you try to stick it out to the end, whatever the situation, as you don't wish to be seen as unreliable or fickle. Your determination and focus is like no other, and you certainly like to get a job done yourself, as you know it will be done right, efficiently, and will give you a reassuring sense of satisfaction. You may now, though, have to think about relinquishing control, passing over power, or at least taking a back seat for a while. Sharing the workload may come as a result of being too busy, or finding that your attention to detail is slipping or your concentration is declining. A masculine energy, someone who has a kind smile and a nurturing persona, may come to your rescue, or they may evolve into something more than just a knight in shining armour. The final cards are a little bit of guidance, and they are happiness, voyage, and love. There's an opportunity to travel. If you have had dreams to relocate to other countries, backpack or to work overseas, all are possible with a bit of foresight and the right planning. Changes of scenery spark new ideas and keep your active mind humming. If distant travel is not for you, visiting a place that would make you happy could be just a spiritual home or strangely familiar as a place in your past life. You may also feel an unexpected or unexplained connection to a loved one who has passed in a place where there is beauty and peace combined. What you seek is new. There is an opportunity to travel. If you have had dreams to relocate to other countries, backpack, or to work overseas, all are possible with a little bit of foresight and the right planning. Changes of scenery spark new ideas and keep your active mind humming. If distant travel is not for you, visiting a place that would make you happy could be just your spiritual home, or be strangely familiar as a place in a past life. You may also feel an unexpected or unexplained connection to a loved one who has passed in a place where there is beauty and peace combined. What you seek is nearly within your grasp. You just need to have the courage and the confidence to grab it with both hands and to enjoy it wholeheartedly. And your message is, you need to look closer to home to find what you seek. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone, which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you picked option number 5, here's your reading. So if you picked the pink message in a bottle, here are your cards. We'll get to the message itself towards the end of the reading, but we'll start with the first batch of cards which reflect the current situation. And they are the Queen of Fire, the 6 of Earth, the 5 of Air, Love, and the 9 of Fire. You are of a generous nature and a kind soul. Sadly, this has not always been appreciated, and in some circumstances you have felt people have become close to you for the wrong reasons, possibly for what they could get or for the help that they had no intention of reciprocating in the future. This has led you to second guess a lot of things in your life. You deserve to be treated as you treat others in family relationships, friendships and in romantic connections. Don't settle for less, even if it means walking away and to start afresh. There is a strong female energy around you. This could be a person, or it could be the persona you need to adopt. She is a willing helper and dedicated adversary who is keen to do what she can within her powers to aid and assist, but if she feels her time is being used for the wrong reasons or abused, she will be quick to turn. She may not be approachable to all, but those drawn to her she welcomes with open arms. The next couple of cards just give a bit of guidance as to what you can do, and they are Well-Deserved Reward, the Throat Chakra, and Shine. Now is the time to show people who you are and what you are really about. If you have been hesitant to open up fully in circles you participate in, prepare to relax the mask you feel you need to wear and embrace who you are. Acceptance from others is a small part of liberating yourself, and if you have to fit in with others' ideals, then this is not only you it affects. You have many talents, yet not necessarily the confidence to let these be seen or expressed fully. You also need to express your feelings vocally. The throat chakra's appearance here is a guide that this may be blocked, or you may need to speak your truth as only you can. There is a woman in spirit, or referring to somebody on this plane, holding a flower with an oversized flower head. It looks very top-heavy, but she is giving this to you as a message of reassurance and comfort in times of struggle. The next batch of cards are how things can progress, and they are 5 of Pentacles, Strength, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the World. There is a little dip in the future where you may question if you are on the right path, if you should be doing more, or if you are enough, and the answer is yes to all three. If you have been seeking a potential suitor, there is one on the way. They are someone who is adventurous, someone who personality-wise is very different to you, yet they complement you and balance you more than you ever thought possible. It is quite possible that they may be coming from another relationship, so have patience with them as they try to process the past whilst trying to live in the exciting new pastures of your budding connection. If you are already in a relationship, you may find time together is limited or that your attention may have waned. It could be a phase, but communication is the key, and ensuring you are still on the same page is a must to work through any issues that may arise. And the next batch of cards are just a little bit of guidance towards the future, and they are adventures, change, action, and diligence. You of all people know that hard work pays off, and now is the time to begin to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Is there an adventure you'd like to have? Somewhere you'd like to go, or something you'd like to do? Set goals and targets to accomplish your desires. Maybe create a bucket list, or pull out things that just make you happy. Whatever setbacks you may feel you have experienced in the past and how challenging they may have been to overcome, you are now in a place where you can truly sit back and enjoy the current crest of a wave and plan a brilliant future ahead. And your message is, regrets are just experiences that taught us the deepest lessons. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone, which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you picked option number 6, here's your reading. So if you picked the purple message in a bottle, here are your cards. We'll get to the actual message itself in a moment, but the first couple of cards are going to reflect the current situation. And they are the 8 of Fire, Fortune's Wheel, the 6 of Air, the 3 of Earth, and the 10 of Earth. You have been courageous, and whilst you have been settled and content, you have chosen to shift to a place where you are being challenged. It could be in any area of life. Maybe you have just moved out for the first time, away from family support, or taken a college course that is completely out of your comfort zone. You may have chosen to quit a job and do something more rewarding, but that is harder work. Or you could have chosen a partner who has caused some waves around your inner circle, and maybe you have been subjected to opinions or backlash. Whatever the circumstance, it has taken a lot from you to follow your heart and to reach out and grasp what you really want. Your decision has not yet been proved as right yet, nor been confirmed as positive, but confirmation is on its way. Expect to hear, as well as this, some good news shortly. Something is in the pipeline to make you smile. The next cards relate to what you can do, and they are Opportunity Beckons, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, and nurture. You have lots of new adventures to explore and plenty of tempting opportunities at your feet. Make sure you have your heart in all you participate in, and if you instinctively feel something is off and you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, trust it and walk away. One of the other groups got a similar message, and it seems to be part of the energies around at the moment that we should be more aligned to how our body feels and how we act and react to others' energy. Make sure you take time out for yourself. It doesn't hurt to spend some time doing something you enjoy, to get a divine balance, relieve stress, and to nurture the soul. And the next batch of cards relate to how things are going to progress in the future, and they are the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. There is a swift change in the future. You need to keep fluid and go with the flow. The future is about movement and adjustment. You may find conflict with an authoritarian figure, but find a kindred spirit in a very earthy soul who knows how you think and what makes you tick. New friendships and relationships are heightened. If you are single, someone bold will be entering to rock your world, and a strange conversation with someone will lead to long-lasting connections. Be prepared to compromise in certain situations, as in some respects the only way forward is to meet in the middle and to both get some clarity and feel that neither of you lost. Someone who has passed will send you a sign that they are with you on a significant birthday, anniversary, or a date you deem as special. And lastly, we just have a couple of cards to give us some final guidance. And you have Stillness, Success, and New Beginnings. At last, after so much time invested, you are starting to feel the rewards of your hard work. You are also being noticed by other parties and are recognised for your skill, creativeness and dedication. There are lots of new starts you could pick up on. Ride this, the most positive of waves, but beware, as you come complacent in this most wonderful phase, you will contemplate what you can do and where you can go to challenge or improve yourself once more. It's human nature to strive for the next goal, but ensure that you are enjoying the rewards of the current one before you begin the cycle once more. And your message is, you need to break the repetitive cycles to get a different outcome. And finally, we have a selection of 6 shells. Each shell hides a gemstone which may be important to you at the moment. The shells on the top row are 1, 2 and 3 from left to right, and the bottom row are 4, 5 and 6. And once again, the timestamps are in the description box. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this reading, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. The crystal under shell number 1 is Sodalite. Sodalite is a brilliant crystal for direction, mental clarity when you feel you have lost your way, and encourages rational and logical thought. It can aid communication, and both in physical realms and telepathy, it vibrates to the 3rd chakra. Sodalite is said to draw forth the truth in situations where confusion rules, and provides a stabilising feeling when things lack order and seem chaotic. If you pick shell number 2, your crystal is Snowflake Obsidian. As obsidian is volcanic glass, and because of the way it is formed, it can help in situations after traumatic episodes to calm and restore peace. It is said to be helpful when lacking self-confidence or when you're feeling challenged beyond your comfort zone. It's also said to be a positive protection stone. Also known for use at times of stress, this crystal can be comforting when you're feeling lonely, isolated or unappreciated. The black and white symbolism of the crystal reflects that everything in life has balance, light and dark, yin and yang, positive and negative, and all run parallel in life's phases. If you pick shell number 3, your gemstone is blue lace agate. Blue lace agate is not only a beautiful stone, but it is said to have an uplifting property, including optimism, positivity, harmony and hope. It is said to offer comfort to those who feel they have suffered emotional pain. Blue lace agate is said to aid cleansing of the mind and body and to repel negative or toxic vibrations. It's often associated with enjoying the natural world, small blessings and increasing the aura of happiness around oneself. If you pick shell number 4, your gemstone is turquoise. Turquoise is said to be associated with wisdom, knowledge and experience. It is also said to balance the chakras, to create inner calm and to stabilise fluctuating moods. Turquoise is associated with dispelling energy issues and exhaustion. It has long been used for protection and to purify, not only a person but also a property and possessions equally. If you pick shell number 5, your gemstone is carnelian. Carnelian is said to be the perfect stone for action and motivation. Its vibrant, warm tones are often used to remind us of the passion that we need to get things moving and to shrug sluggish feelings and despondency or being stuck in a rut. Carnelian is also associated to dispel feelings of inadequacy, not feeling worthy or enough. It is said to promote forward thinking, planning and assist in the transition of ideas from the mind into reality. If you pick shell number 6, your gemstone is rainbow fluorite. A beautiful crystal depicting a hues that are green, purple, clear and sometimes blue tones, fluorite is often used to help hone intuition, as it is said to quiet the busyness in the mind and allow the subconscious a chance to be heard. Fluorite is often used for balancing the physical and spiritual realms of life. It's also a great crystal for creative pursuits, inspiration and detoxes of the mind.